It's my 20th episode to close out 2020. So I started this channel as a way to share easy and delicious home-cooked Japanese recipes. But today I'll show you how to cook one of my favorites back home in this little kitchen in Japan. Today we'll be making chicken parmesan, but we'll be making it without an oven. I'll show you how. Let's get started. Before we get started, please give this video a like and subscribe for more comfort food recipes and small kitchen techniques just like this. I really appreciate the support. So this recipe combines two of the first things I learned to cook growing up: chicken cutlets and a classic red tomato sauce. Let's start by making the basic tomato sauce. You will need an onion, a few cloves of garlic, and canned tomatoes. I grew up using large cans of crushed tomatoes, so when I came to Japan, I had to learn to make tomato sauce from just diced canned tomatoes. To do that, we have to either cook them long enough to mash them with a wooden spoon, or we'll use a blender to make a smooth sauce. So let's dice up the onion and the garlic. Saute the onions first over medium heat in a large pan until fragrant and slightly translucent. At this stage, we'll add in the chopped garlic. You want to add the garlic in just a little bit later because it could burn before the onions have become translucent. You can also add in a little salt to help the onions along. Also, I like to add some crushed red pepper here at this stage just to give the sauce a little heat. Once they look like this, add in the cans of cut tomatoes. I'll be using 3 cans in this case. They don't have much flavor, so make sure to season to your liking with salt and pepper. Give that all a stir. Add in about a cup of red wine, which I like to put in the empty cans of tomatoes to get any remaining pieces of tomato from. Stir, cover, and simmer this for about 20 to 30 minutes. Later, I'll blend it with a hand blender. If you don't have a hand blender, you can use a regular blender. Just make sure it's not too hot and blend in batches. After blending, I will turn off the heat and add in fresh basil. I like to add in the fresh herbs later and let them almost like steep in the residual heat. We'll set this aside as we prepare our cutlets. I will be using chicken breast for cutlets today, which I will prepare much like I did tonkatsu on this channel. Remove the skin and trim off any excess fat. So cut the breast into flat, equal pieces. Looks like I will have about 3 pieces from this chicken breast. Give each piece a light pounding with whatever you have available. I'll be using a rolling pin. Let's make our breading station. First, I'll just dredge these in flour. We'll crack an egg and beat it. And breadcrumbs. Unlike the tonkatsu video, where it was just panko breadcrumbs, we will be adding flavor to the breadcrumbs directly with some diced garlic, chopped parsley, and some grated cheese. Give that all a mix. So let's send the cutlet through the breading station. Take the chicken from the flour, dip in an egg, and then the breadcrumbs. Tap off any excess breadcrumbs and fry in a little bit of olive oil in a large frying pan. Once you see the edges of the cutlets start to turn white, it's time to flip. These are looking pretty good here. So we have our cutlets and sauce ready. Let's put it together to make chicken parmesan. So in a large frying pan, we'll just heat that over a medium heat, nothing too hot. We don't want to burn the cutlets. We'll add in just a little bit of olive oil and a little layer of sauce. Layer the cutlets back in. And cover with sauce. We'll cover that, keep it on a medium-low heat, and simmer it for about 5 to 10 minutes. In the meantime, let's talk cheese. Of course, we have to have some Parmesan cheese, because what would this dish be without its namesake, cheese? And in Japan, we have torokeru cheese, which is literally melting cheese. I don't know what kind of cheese it is. Sometimes people ask me that, but it does melt and it is good for dishes like this and on pizza. It's great for this dish. Okay, so I'll be eating this with some spaghetti, so I'll put my pasta on. I've salted some water and brought that to a boil. let's check on our chicken parmesan. That is looking really good. I think it's time we add our cheese. Cover the top of each cutlet with a little layer of cheese. You could grate the cheese, but I like to make slices of Parmesan cheese. Layer it on top. That's looking awesome, so we'll just cover it to let the cheese melt. Okay. The cheese is melted nicely. You could certainly serve this and eat it as is and enjoy. But let's give it a little torch. This is optional, of course. I'm just doing this to mimic the nice crust you would get if you baked it in an oven. Plus, it's fun. All right, that's ready. Let's serve. Grab a plate. Serve that on a little pasta or fresh French bread and enjoy. And there it is, chicken parmesan without an oven. Let's give it a taste. Cuts right through with a fork. So tender. It's so good. This dish reminds me of home. It has all the flavors that I grew up eating. It's amazing. So you don't need an oven to make chicken parmesan. Give it a try. You don't need the torch either. That was completely optional, but it was fun. So there it is, chicken parmesan without an oven. Never let a lack of ingredients or equipment stop you from making delicious comfort food just like this. So I really appreciate all the support that I've gotten in the last few months since I've started this channel. If there are any dishes, Japanese or otherwise, that you'd like to see me make in 2021, please let me know in the comments down below. I really look forward to hearing what you want to see, and I look forward to continue making recipes just like this. If you give this dish a try, please feel free to tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see what you've come up with. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more comfort food recipes and small kitchen techniques just like this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.